I am fairly certain-ish that we're going to get through the book of Jude this week. I think I've been telling you that for several weeks now, but we are now in verse 22. That's where we're starting on Sunday morning in our Bible study at 10 o'clock. And there are not too many verses left after that. So I think we're going to make it this time. But this last little section is really good too, because it has lots of things we can talk about in there as well, such as the word mercy. Jude says, "Be merciful to those who doubt." And I want you to think about the idea of mercy and how powerful mercy really is. I've often thought of mercy as a weak word. It's actually a really powerful word, and we'll talk a little bit about mercy on Sunday morning. And then Jude ends with this really beautiful picture of who God is and what he can do for us, what he does on our behalf. And we really need to see that picture too. So if you haven't been coming to 10 o'clock Bible study, this would be a good week to come because Jude finishes in a really good way. Then you can start reading ahead to 1 Samuel is where we're headed in Bible study after this. Then when it comes to the sermon, we're getting into that time of year where people start thinking about Easter and the crucifixion and the resurrection. And so we've been doing Moments with Jesus, and so we're going to do the same thing. In most churches this week, they're going to talk about Palm Sunday, which is the Sunday they celebrate Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. When he shows up at Jerusalem in his last week of his life, the people celebrate him as if he's a conquering king. And they put palm branches on the road, and they're really excited that Jesus has come to Jerusalem to take over his kingdom. That excitement wanes really quickly because within 5 days, Jesus is on the cross and crucified and gone, and people are confused. But the vision they saw of Jesus coming in as the conquering king wasn't the vision that they needed. In fact, they needed a different picture. They needed to actually see something that happened in Jesus' life a little bit earlier. An incident that is kind of confusing to us, but it's an incident that if we understand it and we see it properly, it changes everything. The sermon is called, "You've Got to See This." And I think it's going to be really encouraging. I think it's going to be really good. And if you have anyone who is thinking about coming to church or going somewhere for Easter, this would be a good week to invite them because this will set the stage for the resurrection stories of next week. So we are still doing lunches, and I've really enjoyed getting to visit with people and hanging out. It's been nice that several people have stayed. So again, bring enough for your family, enough to share with someone else. That would be great so we can invite others to stay. And that'll be really nice too. So I'm looking forward to worship on Sunday. I think I've got lots of good things to share with you. And then when you come, you can share some good things with me as well. So we'll see you then.